Hi, welcome to All Things Laser Earrings. My name is Diana. I love talking about different projects that you can make with your laser machine, with different materials, different tips and tricks. And today we're talking about mirrored acrylic and some tricks that you can use to engrave it in order to get like maximum impact. And just sharing like some do's and don'ts. I thought it would be a good follow up on the iridescent acrylic we did. But mirrored is something that people use more often, and I love to use it to engrave because, as I'll show, it has you can see really well through it with the engraving. The engraving comes through really, really strong, and you don't need to paint it. You don't need to do anything else to it. So let's start. So I made these kind of like portrait mirror designs. I thought it was really fun. And I was just going to, and I'm just share a couple of thoughts that I had while I was making this, and also explain how best to like engrave your mirrored acrylic. So first of all, like when I was making this, as you can see, like this engraving didn't come through very well. So first thought is make sure you test your designs. As a designer, I think that's really important. And make sure that the handwriting you're using or the writing that you're using is going to engrave properly. Because there's no point like someone then like using your design and then it's just not working. Clearly it wasn't thick enough. So right off the bat, I had to switch handwriting. And I switched to this one, and now you can read it really easily. Mirror, mirror on the wall. And what is the trick to this engraving? Basically, as most of you know, mirror on one side, you have like the clear through it, but on the back, you have the mirror side, which is mirror, which is like that gray film that they use for the mirror. And so the way that you get the most amazing engraving on your mirrored acrylic is to actually engrave the back, the mirrored side of your mirror acrylic. Obviously, not obviously, but when you're doing this, you're clearly doing it backwards, right? So make sure you, mirror whatever you are engraving on your mirrored acrylic, or else when you flip it over, it will be backwards, right? So when you're engraving, you're actually engraving the mirrored side up on your engraver, on your laser engraver, and you have to flip the image so that once it's engraved and you flip it back up to see it, it is in the right direction. And as you can see, this is really cool. Like I don't have to paint this. I don't have to do anything else. It comes across extremely strong because we engraved the mirrored part. And that in itself is enough to have a really clean engrave. And it's very, very visible. Of course, here it's a little bit complicated because it's reflecting against all the lights, but it is very, very visible. And I wanted to show you the difference with this one, where instead of engraving on the back here on the mirrored side, I engraved on the top of the clear part. So the back part is still intact, and I engraved on the top. And look at the big difference. This one is like murky. I mean, I can still read it, but it's not like as clear and precise as engraving on your actual mirrored side. And it's really fun. You can create really fun earrings. I just had this idea and I thought it was really fun. And you can guess what one of our upcoming tutorials is going to be. It's going to be curved. And this one's very, very tight. I thought I could squeeze it in, but I will be showing you how to put these in so that you can, this one comes in, but it's very tight. This is exactly how you want it. So that when you make the earring, it is not going anywhere. So yeah, so I hope that helped. If you have any more questions, let me know. But to summarize it, when you're engraving on a mirrored acrylic, you engrave it on the mirrored side. You have to flip your image. You have to mirror your image so it's facing in the opposite direction so that when you then flip it back around, you can read it perfectly. And it's so funny, exactly the same settings. And this is how I always say that you always have to be adjusting, because on this one it came in and it's actually perfect. On this one, I'm probably gonna have to go in and, oh, I don't have my extra one, so I'm not gonna put this one in here, and have to tap it in. But I will show that in another tutorial. And thank you for watching. If you want to join a community of people that love to make projects with their laser, very supportive, we share a lot of tutorials and our projects, please join me in my Facebook group, All Things Laser Earrings, or join my membership at allthingslaserearrings.com. And once again, thank you for watching, and leave all your comments below.